Hey guys, Jack Clemens here, and I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about something that I've been using for the past few months. I've kind of become a big fan of. And that is the image-based decision drills from the Complete Combatant. Now, it's no secret that I've been a fan of Brian and Shelley's work for a really long time. I've trained with them under a number of different classes. I was even the guy that kind of said, like, "Hey, you should do the Complete Combatant thing." I was a big fan of that. But I had no idea about this when Brian and Shelley mentioned it to me, and I got kind of excited about it, and I've been playing with it and doing some stuff with it, and I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about it, about what it is, what you do with it, and why it's a benefit. Well, what it is essentially flashcards. Flashcards for scenarios of self-defense that are likely to come up. And each one of these cards has an image on it. And once you've kind of prepared your training area and they go through what you do there, and, this little book will walk you through everything you need to know to get it set up. You lay some of these cards down and you pick them up, and based off what's on that card, you make a decision about what you're going to do, and then you take it a step further by doing it. So in this case, it's a very simple, a lethal threat. So a lethal threat, I draw my handgun, unloaded handgun, or a SIRT pistol. I really like my SIRT pistol for these. And I would draw and aim at a target, and I would shoot a failure to stop drill on that. So what else could I get from this? If it's just a shoot problem, you got guys training for self-defense. I think one of the number one questions people ask is, well, what do I do if? What do I do if insert whatever their problem is? They're trying to figure out what are their solutions. Well, in concealed carry and self-defense, we have a lot of tools at our discretion. We have firearms, we have, knives, flashlights, pepper spray, OC, combatives, verbal, good verbal skills are very important. We have all those things at our discretion, but that's like a big toolbox with a lot of stuff in it. And not every problem is solved by only the gun. The reality is self-defense is this whole grouping of things. And what the image-based decision drills do is give you scenarios that require you to think, hey, this problem doesn't require a gun. What does it require? It's just someone holding a help please sign. It probably just requires some verbal, like, hey, here, thank you. I'm on my, I'm not interested in that. Thank you very much. And that's what they built this for. So who's this for? Who's this for? This is for everyone. If it is your first time picking up a gun, this could work for very young people to very old people. It's right in there. As soon as you're into it, you can start understanding it. And for more advanced people, it's a way to pull us out of our own loops. Somebody who's really advanced is like, well, I can handle my scenarios and these, or I've got experience in this, and this. With this, it forces us to look at something that maybe we didn't come up with, a scenario that we purposely didn't build. So for you more advanced shooters, this is really important to kind of introduce some chaos to your thought process for self-defense. It comes with a lot of stuff. This whole thing comes with a water-resistant carry bag. So if you're into traveling and training, this is really cool. I like because it prevents me from losing it. Every time I get done using this thing, and I use it occasionally, about 3 times a week, I'll set this up and force myself to go through it. That way I'm breaking the monotony of just standard dry fire. So I don't lose anything. 5 business cards, the instruction booklet, this thing, an options cheat sheet. That's this right here. And this is really cool because for the first timer who isn't used to carrying all this stuff and pulling all this stuff, this thing lets you know, like, what are my options? Walk away, verbal commands, OC pepper spray, shoot, call 911, tourniquet, flashlight. And it also comes with a flip phone that's not active. This is kind of cool to me, so that you can practice dialing 911, hitting send, putting the phone up. You would be shocked how many people can't run a phone under stress, because all they've ever used a phone under is ideal circumstances. So the moment we introduce any kind of other thing going on, holding a gun, trying to talk to someone, trying to apply a tourniquet, handling a cell phone becomes really difficult. So this gives you another opportunity to train with that and learn from it. And it's not a live cell phone, so you don't call the police. They give you, which I thought was really cool of them, a Streamlight MicroStream Lite. They just give this to you. They also give you the simple steps to applying a tourniquet. This is great information to have. This is stuff that like you can go over with your kids, you can go over with your parents if they're a little elderly, so they understand how to use a life-saving device. And in my home med kit, I copied this, my emergency bag there. So if someone else had to get it and apply it to me, they'd at least have a cheat sheet to go over. I thought this was great. I thought this was one of the coolest things that they included. They also include this from Palm Pepper Spray. This is an inert pepper spray trainer. I'm not in agonizing pain right now because that's water. So this is really cool. It's a chance to learn how to deploy pepper spray and use it without having to choke and gag and all that other stuff. Practice water only. It's got this big blue label. It'll fit right in any of the Palm carriers. Those are really cool. And 21 image cards. These are really great. These are the standard ones that come with it, but a bunch of us have done our own packs of cards that you can purchase and kind of get the information there. And these are images that we picked out, and mine, I'm a big fan of mine because they're not simple, and some of them are a little weird. So if you'd like to see kind of what my head is about self-defense, you can pick this one. I'll tell you, they've got a lot of great options for tool usage here, but I added an extra one for myself. That is, of course, my everyday My Bag 20. So if you're looking for something for a beginner or as an advanced self-defense practitioner, you're looking for something to kind of break the monotony, kind of get your head moving in some new directions, this is great. This is fantastic. Image-based decision drills, highly recommend this. Add it to your dry fire. What I do is I do this after dry fire. So after I've worked my reps and I've been, getting my good repetitions in and everything else, I'm like, okay, I've practiced the mechanics of this. Let's work on the mental part of this. So break out my bag, set up my cards on my targets, my timer, and I get to work on it because this is part of it. You will not do anything faster than what your brain tells you to do. This is the thing driving everything. And the more scenarios and options that it can work through and process, the better off it'll be. So Jack Clemens highly recommending image-based decision drills. Thank you for your time, guys.